My ex-wife refuses child support from my dad, calls him a liar, wants to move away, and now my son is being used as a weapon. Divorced for 3 years. She has primary physical custody, I have joint legal and visitation. My parents aren't mentioned at all in our decree/custody agreement. It doesn't mention a religion or belief at all in our decree, but it does say we are to try to agree wherever possible. It does give her the last say if an agreement cannot be reached, but I think it means in schooling and medical stuff. It recently came to my attention that my ex-wife was upset after hearing that my parents have begun teaching our son about God. She disagrees, which is her right, but she recently started telling my son, after asking me to talk to my parents and ask them to cut the religious teaching out, outside of a rare Bible bedtime story here and there, that my father and mother, his grandparents, are liars. I also found out that after they refused to stop with the teaching that she has bought him books about God not existing and telling him regularly that God is just a story and that my father is wrong. My father sat our son down and told him she was the liar. And he went home and told his mother she was liar and was going to hell, and now we have a big issue. My problem is that I don't mind my parents raising him in the way I was raised and I benefit from them financially, so as long as I share a house with them I am required, along with my son, to pray and attend church. She admits there isn't much she can do about what happens during my time, but he has been coming over the house with those books about different beliefs and no beliefs, which my father burned, and disrespecting my parents, saying that mommy says I don't have to believe if I don't want to and that there are others ways to believe. She has also told my father that it is unfair to completely indoctrinate a 5-year-old and tell him his mommy is a sinner. Which I asked him not to do, but he said it was his house. She is asking for her books back, but I told her we burned them. Since all this has started happening, she has been restricting my time to the court-appointed time only, not giving us any of the extra time she normally would, which means I only get to see him 6 days a week. I am trying to prevent a blow-up between her and my parents, but she is not meeting me in the middle. Is there any way that the no harassment/bother clause in our custody agreement would extend to her teaching our son that my father is a liar or sending over books with him that she knows will infuriate him? Her new husband is culturally Jewish and she is atheist, I think, but she claims she isn't. She just doesn't believe, but sometimes they celebrate Jewish holidays with her husband, but she says they aren't religious celebrations, but I don't know. I am hearing this all secondhand. Right now, my father write her checks for my child support. I am unable to pay on my own. And she is returning them and refusing to accept them as she considers it overstepping. Also, she made the decision to move to a town about 36 miles away, our decree says up to 35, that she says is a better school and a safer town. It would definitely limit the time he could spend at my house, as it would extend my drive time. Would 1 mile matter? When I told her, she said they are technically within the 35-mile radius from their old house but are 40 from mine and 25 from the city line. The decree just says 35 miles period, no explanation. So my questions are, what can I do about her not accepting my dad's check? Is there any way to keep her from calling my dad a liar? Could my dad get in trouble for calling her husband names because he is Jewish? Would that affect my custody time since I have to live in their house? What about my dad calling her a sinner? Can she move 36 miles away when the decree says 35? Thanks for your help. I am not really knowledgeable about this stuff and can't afford a lawyer, so any advice would be helpful. I know I should know some of this, but I am just so new at this. Did not expect to be dealing with a divorce this young.